Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos.
Let's go, baby.
Go! Ten Lobo.
Do your job. Check 90 minutes.
Stand.
Kill. Out.
Deep dribble.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rush in. He's checking. Crash. Hey, switch gears.
And to give this time to the tailback. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
First carry for Royce Freeman, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
15 line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14.
Look at me. Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now a handoff looking right. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go. Check 26. Alert flow.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Juan Thornhill. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, if you kill it, motion now. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I'm coming. Wide. Get wide.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now Locke. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. On 1st down, they're going option left. He pitches it out, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
60 outlaw. Ricky. 5.
On 2nd down, here's Locke, eluding the pressure right. It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 30 base.
2. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Hey, go.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good. They're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Yellow. On the line.
56. Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 49. Check 49. Kill. Hey, lock it.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Hey, watch this.
Check. Roll out. Check 9. Check. Sit up. Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Squeeze, double. Hey, we got tight left. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check the backer. Kill.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Saunders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes and a completion to Wilson.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They come out here in the I. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it second and 12.
Eye down these two. Eye down these two.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Same thing. Yellow, 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 yellow. Right side.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Big Ed, Big Ed, Big Ed.
15. Attack, attack.
Turn to right. Hey, smoke. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
You got time. You got time right there. Check safety, check safety. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Look, squeeze. Right up.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
I'm coming after you.
Be careful.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Come on, set.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Go. 90, Wolf.
Switch up, switch up.
Snap.
From midfield, here's Locke. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Brandon McManus for the Broncos field goal.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now a handoff working right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try it too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
That's south, baby. That's baby south. Delta.
Now Mahomes steps away to his left. Going right side here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
43, 15. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. You. Hey, 15.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Block now to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50. I'm coming for you.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On play action, Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Locke to throw for it on 4th. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow. 180. 10. Under 10. 10.
Motion! Motion!
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, 43. Hey, 43.
52, Mike 52. Defense wins championships, baby.
New Mike 52. Mike 52.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
15, 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. In for the score as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They look to throw. It's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit... Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Ready? Stick the oar.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Clean grip. Clean grip.
To throw it is Lock. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Lock to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. You still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Switch, switch, switch.
Hey, 57, 57.
Nice, sweetheart.
50, yellow, 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 yellow.
Foxtrot. My 52, my 52.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Wilson's got it complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Under crunch, under crunch. Motion, motion, motion.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Saunders. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Mahomes now on first down. Looking deep downfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.